Hello and welcome to the Nexus. Today we're doing issue 17 of our Dalek build. Let's get going. Okay, so we have now finished with the head for now. We're now going to start working on the middle section. So this is the section where the Dalek sits, or the mutant I should say, sits, and where basically the bit we're going to be working on over the next couple of issues is this part here, the interior section anyway. And we have another pizza box, so there it is there. So as always, we're going to go through the magazine first, so let's do that. Okay, so let's take a little look through the magazine as we always do. So we've got part 4 of the Genius of the Daleks there. Once again, we're going through the whole episode and we get some behind the scenes stuff, which is really cool down the bottom here. Then we have like a profile bit on Davros, so we go into his controls and all those other stuff. But there has been sort of different variations of Davros and his chair over the years. So I don't know if this is going to be the only one that we'll get, but yeah, we'll get some little points there on that. And then we come on to the Fourth Doctor versus the Daleks. Once again, this covers not only episodes but audio books and comics as well, which is really nice. Normally they just sort of stick with the TV series, but actually they've combined everything. So books, audio books and comics as well, all covering the Fourth Doctor. And then obviously we're going to be starting on the midsection of our Dalek there. So let's get going. So this is the box that we get. It's a pizza box again. They like putting them in there. And we're just going to break the seal. All this. It looks like it's all plastic. So we've got some AP screws. So we have in here, we should have, so we've got one of them, which is a bracket, it says. Yeah. So this is the other bracket. Nope, we've got, right. So this actually comes apart, but they've stuck it together. So I need to pull this apart just to stick it back together again. But I need to show you just in case it comes apart. There we go. And then we've got our greaseproof paper here. So this is our middle section. This is where our little man will sit. Our little Dalek guy. That's where he will sit. Like that. So there isn't much to do. So I've just pulled this apart. But obviously, you know, we're going to... hang on a second. Let me just adjust the camera a little bit. There you go. So with this one, it already came together. So we've got this slit here. Can you see that? There we go. And you've got this, so you just run it up that. Like that. And click it together. It was already like that anyway. Now, we don't put this on or anything yet, so that just needs to be put to a side. Then we've got these sections here. So with the base facing me, so I'm here. So that's facing you now. So we've got sort of an open section here. And we've got this sort of base section just here. So this is the part we're going to be using. We've got this one here. So this is going to sit like that on that side. And this one on that side. So what we need to do is make sure that these parts here are facing this. We're going to do it one at a time. Let's do one at a time first. Making sure that the right way round. We're going to need our AP screw. Just the one. And we're going to stick this in here like this. Now there is a little guide sort of bit here. So there's a little pin just here. Can you see that? And there's a little pin just there as well. So it sort of slots in. So it can't swivel around and it only goes in sort of one way. And what we need to do is to make sure that that section is poking outwards like that. So it needs to sit on there. Like that. And then this one It's going to sit on there like that. So once again, I'm just going to put this pin through the screw, I should say. Put that in there, and screw it up. Okay, there we go. So they shouldn't be able to move, and that is like that. So that is how they should look. So that is like the front of the Dalek section just here, and these should be facing that way, if you know what I mean. So the big round sections here facing towards you, and the little bits here facing to the back. And with this part, we just we don't do anything with. I think it might go here, it might go there. I don't really know where that's going to sit. Or in this is this little seat where he sits on. All will be explained in a future issue. By the way, that is it. That is it for this issue. We now start in basically the mutant control section. So this is the section that sits in the middle section, where our little mutant Dalek will sit, and he's have his little control thing. So basically this part here will open up and reveal the Dalek inside. But that is it for issue 17. Okay, and yeah, that's it. That is it for this one. And it's a start. We have to start somewhere. So we've now finished with the head at the moment, and we're now moving on to it says the middle section where the Dalek and controls will be. So this is sort of so not only, I think this is going to be a much bigger area, obviously, because this area here also houses the ray gun and the plunger as well, and obviously it opens up, so there's going to be a lot of stuff in here. So this section is probably going to be a lot bigger than what we're seeing at the minute, but you just need to sort of leave that until next time. That's what you get. And that is it, really. So what comes in, so what I'm going to do is do what comes in issue 18 in just a minute, and we're going to do some shout outs now. So as always, if you want to shout out, leave a comment on this video and I'll shout it out in the next one. And also as well, thank you every single person that comments, likes and subscribes to this video. Thank you, it means so much to me, that you're following the channel and everything, so I do really much appreciate it. And thank everyone for obviously for commenting as well. Okay, so let's get on this. Rich Hambin, I hope I'm saying that right. I wonder if by the time it comes to attaching the dome to the body, that they might have an extension cable for the wire. That would make sense. Yes, it will do, yeah. So basically, I'll just grab the head because it's here. Anyway. Okay, so this lead here will go onto the board. There's a little section for it to go up there. And then there's another little section just there. Another little connector just there. Now that will connect into the main motherboard. So we're going to have a motherboard in the head, a little PCB in the head. And then we'll have... another board in the body of this, which will then have a lead connecting to that, which will then run the power to it as well. So I would imagine either in the body or in the top middle section that we're just building, there's going to be a secondary leads, you know, a bigger motherboard there that will connect everything into, and then everything will run off that. But that's basically what that will do. So thank you for your comment. David, very nice, mate, looking good so far. It's coming along nicely. We've now moved on from the head, we're now moving on to the main body, which is brilliant. Dave McBuilds, great work, Kev, nice to see it working. Yeah, brilliant that it's working, and everything now on the head is working. So effectively the head is, like I said, it's done. It will just be putting a few extra bits on it and wiring it up and all that sort of stuff. So JJ Bubble, I've only done the first 10 issues and I can't believe how heavy the head is. I wish the finished product would fly too, because I'm not sure how I'm going to get this up and downstairs. You won't. This is going to be, incredibly heavy when it's done. So yeah. I'm sure you can maneuver it about, but I'm almost certain this is going to be very, very heavy. Not too heavy because it's got to move around, but heavy enough. Anthony Wallace. I'm sure you can use a pair of long needle pliers to push the wire into the socket into place. Yeah, but I think what we do is we take that center plate to put that wire in. But obviously not yet. But I'm also, because obviously you lock that center plate in, I'm thinking you have to unlock it, put the wire in, lock it back up. That would be an absolute pain, but I can see that happening. But you can put it through, but there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be struggling to do that. So and they like to make these builds fairly simple as in terms of that sort of stuff. So I'm almost certain that we'll either have to unscrew the base plate or turn the turning mechanism just to pop it off to put the lead back in. But the reason they've done that is so we can test that it works. So yeah, love it. I like to watch you first before I do mine. Thank you very much for your comment. Fezbear Entertainment. Brilliant. I think that wire will be plugged into the shut ring so it doesn't twist. Yeah, it goes into the wire area anyway, doesn't it? So, you know, Solo Spirit. Not how I thought it was going to work. I was figuring it might have just been a drop-on fit held by gravity, a bit like R2-D2's tome, and I think it will be. It'll be very similar to that, I think. So I was wrong there. Slippy motors are fine to slowly spin by hand. 3D printer axles motors just moved regularly. So if you can rotate the base plate to remove it, then it's probably that's probably what we're going to do. And we'll find out. Yeah, just like he said as well, we'll find out in a couple of years, and we will do, because I don't think we're going to touch the head for some time yet. I'm almost probably certain that may be, just like with R2-D2, it may be the last thing that we put back onto our Dalek. Because once we start getting to certain things, we're going to start building it up, and I think the head will probably go on last. So that sort of thing will probably be right near the end. How are you going to connect up all the wires for the lights eye stalk? And now the rotation discs are installed. Well, they're all installed already. Like I said, the motherboard there is only a little one. It connects all to that, and then you'll have a main connector which will run off to that onto the main board. Now that main board will provide the power for that little board and for everything into the Dalek itself. But we've got a while to go yet. Sorry, that was Tom Kemp. Mark Williams. Hi, Kev. Great build. Thank you very much for your comment. And Who Fan. Not sure if I regret subscribing. It's a pain watching a month for the 4 issues instead of doing it weekly. It is what it is. You get little perks for subscribing, like the free gifts, and if there's a problem with an issue. So if something like this doesn't fit or it breaks, I have to buy another issue. If you subscribe, you get it for free. So there's little perks. Okay, so we've done that. Thank you everyone for having a comment there and sending all of that. That's absolutely brilliant. Remember, if you want to comment, shout out on the next video, leave a comment at the bottom of this one. Okay, so let's have a look. It comes in issue 18. So there we go, in issue 18. It says, get ready for a very exciting part of the build. We'll receive the video card with the video frame back, bracket and front supports, plus the connectors. You can see on there 2 little dots. I'm almost certain that's where that sits. But we do have the screen there, so the little Dalek will sit there and he will operate from inside, but there is a little screen there that you can see out of the eye stalk, and that's what he sees out of it. So it looks like we're building some of the front sections here. So I don't know, I think this might be the front here, or it's gonna be one or the other, isn't it? It's gonna be I think it might be this one. I don't know. We'll find out in due course. Also in next one we take a look at the ultimate Dalek, the Emperor, which is there, and Doctor and Rose come to the parting of ways. So that is what's in issue 18. As always, make sure you click like, subscribe, and comment. I am here every week bringing you the Dash of Dalek every single week. So make sure you click like, subscribe. Also hit the bell as well. You'll get notifications then when the videos drop. I also do lots of other builds and part works and discussions and all that sort of stuff. So check out the rest of the stuff on the channel. All that's left for me to say, thank you for watching. We'll see you at the next video. But until then, take it easy, guys.
Tune into the channel. Nexus is the name. All the hardest content, you'll never be the same. Laughs and thrills, excitement.